I was wondering what is the connection between food and mental health. Came across a study that was published in the Austrian Journal of Psychiatry, and they had taken a group of people who had a high degree of risk for psychosis. They gave them fish oil.
Okay.
And what they found is understanding root causes is not taught in modern medicine. We are offering as physicians is that symptom management.
Right.
How does the mind operate? It requires a healthy body.
Understood. Things that we use, the cream, the body lotion, the makeups and all we do, they're all toxic?
They're absolutely toxic.
What advice will you give the doctors who are already MD psychiatrists?
So,
नमस्कार, वेलकम टू अ ब्रांड न्यू एपिसोड ऑफ डॉग डायरीज। आज हम बात करेंगे एक प्राचीन चिकित्सा पद्धति की जो 5000 साल से भी पुरानी है, आयुर्वेदा। आयुर मतलब जीवन, वेदा मतलब ज्ञान। तो आयुर्वेदा का मतलब जीवन का विज्ञान। ये सिर्फ बीमारियों को ही नहीं ठीक करती है, बल्कि एक संपूर्ण अनुभव है। मन, शरीर और आत्मा का संतुलन है। आज हमारे साथ एक ऐसी शख्सियत जुड़ी हैं जो इस प्राचीन कला और मॉडर्न साइंस के बीच में पुल का काम करती हैं। ये एक साइकाइट्रिस्ट है जो मेंटल हेल्थ स्पेस में काम करती हैं और इन्होंने अपनी अलग ही पहचान बना रखी है। ये बिलीव करती हैं होलिस्टिक हीलिंग। मतलब क्या है होलिस्टिक हीलिंग का? यानी ये सिर्फ बीमारियों को ही नहीं ठीक करती हैं, ये पेशेंट के मेंटल वेलबींग, लाइफस्टाइल और ओवरऑल हेल्थ का भी ध्यान रखती हैं। तो इसी बात पे हम इनवाइट करते हैं डॉक्टर अरुणा नामी को डॉग डायरीज पे। नमस्ते डॉक्टर अरुणा, वेलकम टू डॉग डायरीज।
Namaste, Dr. Preeti. It is my absolute pleasure to be here with you all.
अमेजिंग। पहली बार मैं ऐसा डॉक्टर देख रही हूँ जो दोनों तरफ काम करता है, क्योंकि हमने नॉर्मली डॉक्टर्स के इंटरव्यू करे हैं एंड दीज पीपल दे हैव अ स्पेशलिटी इन देयर ओन डोमेन।
Correct.
बट you are a very special person. You have tried to explore beyond your domain.
Correct.
So just want to understand the first question which I have for you. Normally I ask the question that who is Dr. Aruna, but वो मैं बाद में बात करूँगी। पहले मैं पूछती हूँ कि आप आयुर्वेदा plus allopathy, you are a psychiatrist.
Correct.
So you have done your MD psychiatry.
Correct,
Now
yeah.
you ventured into Ayurveda.
Correct.
So why and how? And मतलब for me the question is, how are you managing both things?
Okay, the best way to answer this is that it really happened because I was paying attention to what I was doing. What do I mean by that? I mean, कोई भी psychiatrist residency और fellowship होने के बाद within 3 years अगर if that psychiatrist is paying attention to what they're doing, तो psychiatry में क्या होता है, we use DSM और ICD-10 का वो system of diagnosis है।
Right.
और वो सिस्टम ऑफ अगर कोई बंदा आता है आई एम फीलिंग सैड, बहुत दुखी हूँ, 2 हफ्ते से मुझे कुछ करने की इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, खाने में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, नींद नहीं आ रही है, दैट इज़ इनफ टू डायग्नोज समबडी विद डिप्रेशन अकॉर्डिंग टू DSM.
राइट।
एंड वो डायग्नोसिस जब हम किसी को देते हैं, दैट डायग्नोसिस इज एसोसिएटेड विद अ मेडिकेशन, टिपिकली इस चीज़ में एंटी डिप्रेसेंट।
एब्सोल्युटली।
लेकिन व्हाट आई वाज ऑब्जर्विंग, और मेरा ये मानना है कि अगर हम अपने आप पर व्हेन वी बिकम सेल्फ अवेयर एंड वी आर ऑब्जर्विंग आवर ओन एक्शंस एंड इट्स क्या हो रहा है, एनी साइकियाट्रिस्ट विल बी एबल टू सी कि जो हम कर रहे हैं हमारे पेशेंट्स के लिए वो काम नहीं कर रहा। ये बात मुझे समझ में आ गई, बट इट टुक मी अ लिटिल वाइल टू एक्चुअली एक्सेप्ट दैट। एंड वंस आई एक्सेप्टेड इट, देन द नेचुरल क्वेश्चन वाज व्हाट एल्स कैन आई डू? And there were some instances, like I remember I was pregnant with my second child, and as mothers, when we get pregnant, the moment I was actually trying to get pregnant, I was struggling with fertility issues. And at that time, I came across articles that talked about environmental toxins and how they affect hormonal system, fertility. So in preparation for my pregnancy, I had completely removed all plastic, switched to organic food, and बहुत सारे किए थे मैंने। लेकिन it only took my second pregnancy. I remember I was working in a hospital by then. ये 2010 की बात है, and I had forgotten my lunch. क्योंकि both pregnancies में and as long as I was breastfeeding, I would never eat outside,
So
especially in the hospital.
Food from home.
Food from home. उस दिन में I actually forgot.
Oh.
And this was in Milwaukee. And वहाँ पे even in the hospitals everything is processed food only, unfortunately. So I forgot, भूख लग रही थी मुझे, तो I thought okay नीचे जाके देखती हूँ, बेसमेंट में था किचन।
Right.
तो वहाँ पे जाके आई लुक्ड एट एवरीथिंग एंड मुझे लगा कि वो खाना मेरे लिए और मेरे बच्चे के लिए बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं
है, राइट।
देन इमीडिएटली आई थॉट अरे अगर मेरे लिए और मेरे बच्चे के लिए ठीक नहीं है तो ये सारे पेशेंट्स जो हैं
वो कैसे
उनके
खा
लिए, हाँ उनके लिए कैसे ठीक हो सकता है ये सब. देन आई दैट ऑफ कोर्स डॉक्टर गूगल इज ऑलवेज देयर, है ना. तो आई स्टार्टेड टू आस्क फूड एंड मेंटल हेल्थ का क्या कनेक्शन है, क्योंकि except for certain nutritional deficiencies like vitamin B12 का बहुत we study even in psychiatry, dementia में,
right,
all that, the connection with mental health. But outside of that, especially for us women, iron deficiency का क्या होता है, hormonal imbalance का क्या, all of this we are not taught, क्योंकि the only main idea is that all mental illnesses are a chemical imbalance,
right,
है ना. और वो chemical imbalance fix करने के लिए ये these slew of medications, antidepressants, anti-anxiety, antipsychotics. Lekin that one question and that made me explore, and I truly believe that the universe kept giving me more and more things. It literally was showing me the way and I just followed it.
You've answered it very in detail, but I still have a question.
हाँ बोलिए.
From your statement only, you said that antidepressants were not working in a patient.
Correct.
So, how do you say that? Because, see, you are working in, you're not working in India. And their system of working is little different than India. You're talking about US and all. Now, when we say in India, I'm just seeing the psychiatrists in India. I have a lot of friends here. So they are psychiatrists and they give an antidepressants are prescribed left, right, and center.
Unfortunately.
Because I would say everyone is in depression some or the other time in their life. So, but then they get well also. The patients get well also. They don't come back to the psychiatrist. I don't know why they don't come back. Maybe they get well and they are accustomed. And also this antidepressants, even if they start having it, maybe they become habitual or something. So what exactly is not working there, you said?
So actually, if you look at the studies, whether it is an antidepressant or antipsychotic or anti-anxiety, the studies are only done for a maximum of 12 weeks.
Okay.
But the recommendation is that you have to take it for literally lifetime.
Right.
That is the expectation.
Right.
But the basic theory for giving an antidepressant or an antipsychotic is that there is a chemical imbalance.
Right.
Lekin in 70 years of basic sciences research, no chemical imbalance has been documented or demonstrated. वो है ही नहीं.
So that means the whole studies and all that what they were treating with antidep is just on the basis of the previous knowledge.
It was actually, तो क्या हुआ, the first antidepressant was actually tuberculosis, INH medication जो है ना, tuberculosis के लिए use करते हैं. That was the prototype for a tricyclic antidepressant, वो amitriptyline and वो पुराने ज़माने की. What they found is that जिनको ये INH दे रहे थे tuberculosis के लिए, they were actually becoming a little bit happier. So these medications do cause a certain amount of increase or decrease in the neurotransmitters in the short term. But the thing is, what happens is that when you continue to take it, it actually creates more chemical imbalance and the term is neuronal perturbation.
Oh my God.
So more imbalance.
The doctors do not know about this, or they know, or they're still giving it.
So
I'm asking a very controversial question right now because all the doctors are, prescribing antidep.
Yes.
So why are they doing it is my question then.
That's a very complicated question because like I said, I firmly believe that if any doctor, any psychiatrist, if they're really following their patients and if they're observing, they'll see the number one complaint that comes is that, yeah, I'm not depressed, but I'm not happy. So emotions become numb.
Oh, so they have improvement, but improvement in not terms of being happy.
Exactly, true joy, like even that emotional responsivity. कुछ खुशी की बात हुई तो भी नम response आता है, दुख की बात हुई तो भी नम response आता है. So that emotional flattening is blunting is one of the main thing, and that is considered as improvement.
Okay.
See, there is a lot of, and then of course,
a lot of we can take this to a next level also.
Exactly.
So, but here we are not about to take this to a next level. We are going to take something else to the next level. That yes, how is Ayurveda and allopathy? How are they joining hands together in a psychiatric realm?
So, इसके लिए I do have to answer this. So, if I'm saying that there is no chemical imbalance, of course, actually, just 2 years ago, 2022 May, so 3 years ago, a paper by Joanna Moncrief and her team from UK.
Okay.
They looked at depression and serotonin hypothesis, which is serotonin deficiency bolte hain. 70 years of research, there is absolutely no evidence. And the second thing that I also want to share is that in the NIMH, which is National Institute of Mental Health in the US, they did one study called STAR-D, which is a sequential trial of antidepressant response in depression.
Okay.
Usme what they found is at the end of 6 months, placebo outperforms every antidepressant.
Amazing.
Yeah. So placebo say. So clearly these medications are not working. Then there is a similar study that they did for schizophrenia. वो उसका है KT trial बोलते हैं.
Okay.
It is CATIE. I can't remember what it stands for, but it's for schizophrenia.
Right.
उसमें again they found the same thing. Again, placebo outperforms, and also that people don't stay on it because of the side effects. Then STEP BD बोल के another trial that was for bipolar disorder. उसमें भी same that placebo outperforms or the side effects are so bad कि people don't stay on it for long. So this is, and these are NIMH का है कि they are not industry funded. So with the NIMH trials, we actually see the real thing, and there are so many. Martin Harlow बोल के he's no more, but he was a psychologist who looked at long-term outcomes in schizophrenia and psychosis.
Okay.
So bipolar disorder, schizoaffective, all of that. And from his studies, what they found is that first 2 years में जिनको psychosis होता है, schizophrenia, antipsychotics अगर देते हैं, तो उनका psychotic symptoms तो कम होते हैं, लेकिन अगर वो बंदा, if they're continuing on the antipsychotic, then they develop both physical illnesses, more episodes, more hospitalization, more disability, and early mortality.
Oh, so the overall health of the patient declines. Understood.
So in fact, so we have to, and so and of course anti-ADHD के लिए. And बच्चों को दे. And the sad thing is that there is not a single study that has looked at the effect of these medications on the developing brains. No functional MRI, no blood tests, and long-term studies. उसका भी है. It's called the MTA trial, multi-center trial for ADHD stimulants, whatever. उसमें भी what they found is that first 2 years में, the kids are focusing more, grades are getting better, but long-term outcomes, by the time they are in their 20s, they fail in relationships, they're not able to hold a job. There is more higher incidence of them ending up in criminal and jails.
Oh my God. So that means the doctors also will be aware of it.
They are aware, but that's where,
I think,
that's where I'll bring in Ayurveda. Because see, when we are saying that chemical imbalance nahi hai, but then am I saying that depression doesn't exist, psychosis doesn't? No. These are real illnesses. So it's like literally we are following the red herring. The red herring is the chemical imbalance theory. But if we say, okay, that's a red herring, that's a false flag, we are not going there, then what is causing people to become depressed? What is causing them to have psychosis and bipolar? That, when you ask that question, the only answer is with Ayurveda and functional medicine.
We'll come to that. Because Ayurveda, to be very frank, before I spoke to you, 2 days before, I was just even, reading, I told you that when I was reading Vedas and all, so it's like, हमारा प्राचीन का तो आयुर्वेदा ही था सारा. एलोपैथी तो बाद में आई because it provides instant relief. So patients, कि okay, अभी मुझे ये हो रहा है तो I'll just take instant relief. So basic, our root is Ayurveda.
Correct.
But unfortunately, because there's a discrimination कि this is an Ayurvedic doctor, this is an allopathic doctor, this is an homeopathic doctor.
Correct. Yeah.
So, but I still feel, and I'm very strong towards it, कि all of these things should be aimed at only one patient well-being.
Correct.
And if we can combine all of this and, the patient improves, then what's wrong in that?
Correct.
Anyway, we'll go to that discussion. But before that, let's go back to your childhood कि आयुर्वेदा आया कहाँ से आपके दिमाग में और डॉक्टर बनना कैसे सीखा आपने और वो भी psychiatrist. Okay, so we'll take you back because our show always goes back to childhood and we explore the inspiration behind what you are doing today. Because right now you are in US and you are trying to educate people for this cause.
Correct.
And you're trying to bring awareness ki it's not only allopathy medicine, but it is also different forms of medicine which can cure. The main purpose is curing the patient.
Absolutely.
And that to bringing the patient to normal, what the patient was before.
Correct.
Right? So let's take you back to childhood when you were chota sa bachcha. So now tell me, what is the earliest memory you have, Dr. Aruna, of yourself?
Oh, the earliest memory actually is, I think, mera 7th birthday ka hai.
Okay.
And, for whatever reason, I was always drawn to spirituality.
Oh, wow.
So 7th birthday पे I was actually playing and all of a sudden ये हैदराबाद में I was born and initial life was in Hyderabad,
Right.
विजयनगर कॉलोनी में, और वहाँ पे you know Hyderabad is all boulders and all that. एक बालाजी का टेम्पल है वहाँ पे, that was my favorite temple.
Okay.
And of course mosque also were there, and it was around 6 o'clock whatever, you know namaz का वो ये आता है ना. When that happened, I left my friends. It was on my birthday. Barefoot, I went all the way to that temple, and I went there. And वहाँ पे, of course, Swami जी वो सब थे. उन्होंने, you know, they did whatever puja archana किया, and I came back. That is one of my early. That I go back
You
to that
remember
memory.
that
I
when you were
remember
7
that.
years old?
I remember that because I was running barefoot, and वहाँ पे boulders and all of that were there. You know, पत्थर ही थे. I actually stubbed my toe and थोड़ा bleeding भी हुआ.
मम्मी पापा ने डांटा नहीं?
अरे यार, that was childhood ना. I mean, क्यों नहीं डांटा?
बच्चों को है कि चलो चला गया.
They didn't even know. I mean, आधे घंटे में जाके आ भी गई मैं. So it was not even that this
Tell
one.
us about your family, like you were in a nuclear family or a joint family, and how did the family influence, you know, your upbringing?
So it was, to some parts, it was a nuclear family. It was me, my parents. I'm actually the second of 3 daughters.
Okay.
And my father, he never my mother wanted a son. इसलिए 3 बच्चे किए.
पुराने ज़माने में सबका यही होता है, एक लड़का होना चाहिए.
हाँ. But my father was not like that. He was always like, you know, it doesn't matter. लड़की होने, it doesn't matter. You have to
You're a
study.
boy or a girl, anyone. Yeah, you have to make a career
you
out
have
of
to
yours.
be independent financially and all of that. वो सब उनका ख्यालात था. But when I was 8 years old, he decided to leave us in Ballari with his aunts actually. So that was a traumatic experience for me क्योंकि मम्मी को छोड़ के जाना at that tender age was not a...
All the 3 kids?
No, सिर्फ मुझे और मेरी बड़ी बहन को.
Okay. But first because they were working or something?
वो पता नहीं उनका रीजनिंग क्या था, लेकिन that was not you know, because you know, so parenting and all of that those kind of जब वो उस तरह के हादसा होते हैं ना, that is actually it does affect the psyche of the child.
Absolutely.
But his plan was he was working for State Bank of India. उनका था कि 2-3 साल में ट्रांसफर करके सभी, which they did do that. But for 4 years we were not with my mother. So that was that impacted me a lot. You know, that was one of the trauma that I did experience.
And how did you come out of it? But after 4 years, क्या होता है ना? मुझे जैसा लगता है. See, I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. When you went back to your home, so you must have forgotten the 4 years क्योंकि time नहीं लगता ज़्यादा भूलने में.
Summer सारे holidays में वापस आते थे हम लोग.
That way, okay.
हाँ, but every time, see, you know, because the bond with you know, with your parents, especially with your mother, is so strong.
Yeah.
And जैसे माँ देखती हैं, कोई और नहीं देखता है. So every summer holidays, we would cry. You know, मत भेजो and all that. And but it was, I mean, whatever decisions उस time में उन्होंने किया, now I know that it was my dad made that decision thinking it was the best for us.
Yeah, every parent does that.
Yeah,
that is
so
true.
but it took me, that was my personal journey of, you know, overcoming my anger and, you know, all of that. So ये सबकी जिंदगी में कुछ ना कुछ, we are, as adults, we have to make peace with whatever happened in childhood. Absolutely. And with the actors in our childhood.
Yeah,
so that was thing.
Yeah, we have to understand that because when you grow up you automatically understand, I feel. You know, बचपन में तो we are all rebellious and all.
Yeah.
Now when you came back to your parents' house, how old were you?
So I never came back. They moved to Ballari.
They moved to Ballari. Okay, yeah. So when you both, all of you started staying together.
in a joint family with my paternal grandmother's 2 sisters. So वो लोग, so my dad had this idea that he wanted to also support them. That was a vague idea, and Ballari was his hometown.
So how old were you?
So around this time I was in like 12-13 उस time.
So 12-13.
12-13.
So how was your adolescence? So now you're entering into an adolescent. As normal kids, you know, we rebel. And were you that same rebellious?
Oh, I was a big rebel, but not to the extent कि आजकल के बच्चे करते हैं. हमारे इसमें तो सिर्फ, you know, झगड़ा करना and बात करना. And my mother was, she would always listen. Okay. She would listen.
She's a housewife?
Listen. She was a housewife.
Oh, she was a housewife.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's no more.
Oh, I'm so sorry for that. कहाँ से दिमाग में आया मेडिकल का? वो अभी आया था उस टाइम कि when you grew up, then you thought कि नहीं मुझे डॉक्टर बनना है.
नहीं. Actually, that was predetermined for me.
Is it?
हाँ. I mean, that was क्योंकि उस टाइम में क्या था?
डॉक्टर बनो या
इंजीनियर बनो. तो मेरी बड़ी बहन, she was very good in math.
Right.
तो उसको बोला कि तुम्हें इंजीनियर बनना है. और मुझे, I actually was not that good in math, लेकिन speaking skills and people skills वो सब थोड़े I was naturally, I had that inclination.
Right.
So they were like, अच्छा तुम्हें तो डॉक्टर ही बनना है.
Okay. So it was fed into your mind.
It was fed in. I was 17 when I started MBBS.
Oh my God. So that means you knew that you have to be a doctor.
Whoa, yeah, that I did not feel like it was my decision. It felt like, I was kind of, and I didn't object
one question.
to it. Huh.
Do you regret that decision
No.
today? Good.
No, I don't, because when I did my psychiatry rotation, I absolutely fell into love with psychiatry.
So now, no, we'll wait now. So now you said MBBS khatam ho gayi and you did in Bellary also with one of our closest friends. Correct. Also. So what made you choose psychiatry in MD?
So it was because of the psychiatry rotation, and उस time पे हमारे, and our teachers really have a big impact on us. And Dr. Balaji है उनका नाम. He was an alumni of NIMHANS, and he had come back to Bellary. वो Bellary के ही थे. So he had come back to Bellary and he was heading the psychiatry department.
Okay.
So the way he described psychiatric illnesses, and NIMHANS में, even though they were, NIMHANS is a very holistic education.
So you did your MD from NIMHANS?
I did my MD. So it was because of Dr. Balaji I fell in love with psychiatry, because for the first time, I mean frankly the first time I read about schizophrenia, we were like 17, 18, हम लोग
ऐसा लगता था ना कि हमको ही हो गया है.
नहीं
लगता second third year syndrome.
हाँ, but I have this very vivid memory कि schizophrenia के बारे में, hallucinations के बारे में, when we were reading and combined studies, इतना मजाक हो, I mean we were 4 friends and we were very naughty. तो hallucinations के बारे में when we were talking and discussing, हम लोग बहुत हंस पड़े क्योंकि it was so outside our experience ना. Of course, इतने सारे, like we would not, psychiatric language and all of this was not very common to discuss.
Yeah.
Even depression and all of that, autism, ये सब, we did.
It was always put under the carpet in families also.
Correct.
The minute you say you go and see a psychiatrist, पहला चीज होती थी पागल है क्या?
हाँ.
That is a word they used to use. So I absolutely resonate with that.
So I didn't have much of an exposure, but of course families में trauma होती हैं, anxiety, depression, वो सब, now when I look back, I can see some of the coping mechanisms, both adaptive and maladaptive coping mechanisms in my own family.
Right.
Now that gets diagnosed, unfortunately, we have gone from not diagnosing at all to over-diagnosing.
Right.
Even normal जो responses होते हैं, उसको भी हम pathologize कर रहे हैं. So normal ups and downs of life, उसको भी हम pathologize कर रहे हैं. That is also a problem with modern psychiatry. But we have to find that happy medium.
Yeah. So we're going to come to that now. That happy thing in between. Before that, I want to ask you, like you did your MBBS from here. You did your MD from NIMHANS.
Correct.
फिर आप यूएस कैसे पहुंच गई और बीच में क्या हुआ शादी वादी क्योंकि व्हेन यू आर डूइंग एमडी ऑटोमेटिकली पीछे से प्रेशर आता है शादी कर लो सो यो आपके भी आया होगा सो योर्स वाज अ लव मैरिज और अरेंज मैरिज
पक्का अरेंज मैरिज
व्हाई नो लव मैरिज यू आर वेरी बिजी स्टडीिंग
also it was I don't know. I mean, I think ये तो सब कर्म है. That's what.
वो तो हम कहते हैं ना कि spirituality में चले जाओ और philosophical बात करो तो कर्म है. लेकिन you never wanted कि जैसे होता है ना डॉक्टर को डॉक्टर से शादी करने का मन होता है. Your husband is a doctor?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's an engineer.
Okay. So people normally क्या parents भी कहते हैं डॉक्टर है डॉक्टर के साथ सही रहेगी. Because they won't understand each other and एक सांझा बैठता है. But you married by your parents' wishes and that too with the engineer.
I mean the thing is I never wanted to marry a doctor. Okay. Unfortunately because of some doctor couples जो मैंने देखे MBBS में तो that put me off off of that.
Right.
And I was very picky, but my parents actually they were getting tired because they were saying that I was very choosy, ये वो. I don't know. I was very, in some ways I was very clear, but I was very confused at that point in time.
Right.
And उनका मेरे parents का मानना है कि they actually spoke to an astrologer and got me to wear a pearl ring. Because of that pearl ring, I finally said yes to my husband.
Oh. But you believe that?
I don't know. Kyunki, I mean, but the thing about my husband and my in-laws is that they're amazing people. And I felt very comfortable with him. He was in the US at that time.
That's why you moved to US.
That's why I moved to US. Yeah. And he's a gentleman.
Yeah, if he'll be seeing this show, he'll be all happy and all 32 teeth out.
And even my in-laws also. Like,
very lucky,
the amount
touch wood,
of...
because, जितने लोगों से मैंने बात की है अपने शो में, 90% of them, they always have a very sad in-laws. That word, I don't know why is that so torturous, but yeah, in India, abroad also it is, but touch wood, you are very lucky.
हाँ, आई मीन यू नो सबकी फैमिली में ऊपर नीचे तो होते ही हैं, बट वन थिंग आई कैन से इज दैट माई फादर इन लॉ, माई मदर इन लॉ, एवरीबडी, even my nieces and nephews, they've always, right from the day I walked into their home, they've treated me with a lot of love.
Lovely,
and
lovely.
respect. Yeah.
So now, अभी तो हम अच्छा बात कर रहे हैं, अभी आयुर्वेदा भी बीच में नहीं आया है, अभी there are a lot of things which happened in your life also. We just had a normal conversation and you just spoke to me. So we'll enter that domain now. कि how did Ayurveda enter into your life? Because you were very happy when I'm seeing that psychiatry अच्छे से कर रहे हो, US गए, शादी हुआ, then what happened after that? Let's go into the depth and let's get Ayurveda in the picture.
So like I said, becoming a mother was a big factor for me, because that's when I actually started paying attention to how I was living my life, and how I wanted to have a healthy pregnancy and healthy baby. But unfortunately I had my own health issues, PCOS, infertility, Hashimoto's, ये सारे you name it.
जाके हो गए.
ये actually मेरे PCOS का, now when I look back, it started in my teenage years only. Hashimoto's also I was diagnosed here only. And that's one of the, in thinking, analyzing why I developed that, actually my foundational framework जो हम बात करेंगे, all of that came into that neatly. I do believe that it was the exposure to DDT जो यहाँ पे काफ़ी spray करते हैं ना. I think that was one of the factors that was responsible for me to develop hormonal diseases. So वो infertility and all of that, so naturally I started paying attention to so many things.
Yeah, so that means you must have visited a lot of doctors there and tried to get treatment and tried to conceive also, because
Correct.
Because every woman wants to be a mom.
It's a natural instinct है हम लोगों का. तो I didn't have to take IVF, metformin, PCOS के लिए वो करते हैं, and then I had to take letrozole बोल के, not clomiphene, but this was the next one.
Right.
So I did get pregnant, and both pregnancies I enjoyed them and all of that.
So that time Ayurveda didn't enter your life?
Not yet, but when my mother-in-law came for the deliveries and all that, she would bring all these herbs.
Okay.
So Shatavari, Vacha, Vacha, I remember she would say that.
What is Vacha? Because for our audience, you need to understand that, because अभी आपको समझ में आता है, because you are an Ayurvedic expert.
It is the name of one of the herbs that has a really good neuroprotective effect.
Okay.
And what she would say, like उनके इसमें तेलुगु में बोलती थी कि वसा तिंटे वसा पिट्टलागा माटलाडतदी, which basically means अगर ये वचा, इसको वचा बोलते हैं, वसा बोलते हैं, ये अगर माँ खाएगी तो बच्चा एक वसापिट्टा माने तो it is like a bird, like a tweety bird, like will start talking early.
Oh, so during your pregnancy she gave you?
Delivery में,
अच्छा, delivery में,
breastfeeding and all that. But pregnancy, towards the end of pregnancy, Shatavari, my sister had sent it here
and were you not, sorry, I'm stopping you in between because the question suddenly popped up. Were you not uncomfortable? Because normally when doctors are allopathic and suddenly you say, अरे ये सब कौन खिला रहा है मुझे?
हाँ, that is actually, I don't know why. But I did not have any doubts. I trusted, because so many, my diet was very different.
Okay.
And in fact hospital में 2-3 दिन normal delivery ही था, and hospital में they were forcing opiates on me. Oh, you had a tear, opiates. I'm like, no, I don't need an opiate. That is normal.
Yeah.
And I want to, and actually studies show कि opiates जब माँ को देते हैं, there is actually, even with antidepressant, emotional dumping, it actually interferes with mother-baby bonding.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm fine. And वहाँ पे, ice cream दे रहे थे मुझे post, post natal, but day 2, day 3, they're giving me ice cream, cold water, and my mother-in-law was like, नहीं वो सब मत खाओ.
Because हम लोग क्या नहीं दिया जाता ठंडा चीज, because it affects, they say आपको 40 days तक you should be really protected.
Because the understanding in Ayurveda is कि सारे अपने energies open हुए हैं, delivering very vulnerable at that time.
Right.
So you have to be warm. And so I was seeing this, and I trusted my mother-in-law and my mother. Unka this one I didn't question at all. So I mean, whatever they gave me, I used to eat it without anything. And luckily, both pregnancy and postnatal experience, both acha, I had a really good experience. Like I was saying, I never asked my mother-in-law or my mother to show me a double-blind placebo-controlled study for the herbs they were giving. Itna vishwas to tha mujhe. And actually even then I was not really aware about this. But I really believe that if we pay attention apni zindagi ke upar, if we are self-aware, the universe will show us. And so I was ready for this kind of a thing. Like I said, that another thing happened ki, I was wondering what is the connection between food and mental health. And I came across a study which was actually a study that was published in the Austrian Journal of Psychiatry. And they had taken a group of people, a group of people who had high degree of risk for psychosis.
Okay.
So they were people who had first degree relative with schizophrenia or psychosis. So they took those people, and one half they gave them fish oil,
Okay.
1200 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids. And the other group, they did not give them anything. And they gave the fish oil only for 12 weeks, so 3 months ke liye. Then they followed them up at the end of 12 weeks, at the end of 1 year. And then they did another follow-up study at the end of 5 years.
Okay.
And what they found is that the people who got the fish oil only for 12 weeks, they had almost, I forget, but very significantly less risk of psychosis in comparison to the people who did not get any fish oil at the end of 1 year and at the end of 5 years. So that, I was like blown away. सिर्फ 3 महीने के लिए छोटा सा supplement fish oil लेने के बाद, you are actually changing the trajectory of life for these people. Now imagine, that is just one nutrient. So I'll bring in Ayurveda here because like I said, if modern psychiatry mein hai ki it is all chemical imbalance, but I'm telling you there is no evidence for that.
Imbalance,
there is no chemical imbalance. And the medicines that we use actually cause more problems. So then, but these illnesses are real. So what is causing those illnesses? That only if you look at the root causes, and understanding root causes is not taught in modern medicine. Modern medicine, whether it is diabetes, high blood pressure, autoimmunity, thyroid problems or psychiatric illnesses, क्या बोलते हैं? It's idiopathic, we don't know.
नहीं, दूसरी चीज साइकाइट्रिक स्पेशली इलनेसेस में जैसे वो घर में क्या स्ट्रेस है, सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन ये आता है, घर में कोई प्रॉब्लम हुई आपके, ये चीज दे डोंट गो बैक इनटू द होलिस्टिक पार्ट ऑफ द होल थिंग.
करेक्ट.
या
एंड या तो द केमिकल इम्बैलेंस बोलते हैं. And then the only thing that we are offering as physicians is that symptom management.
Right.
Blood pressure medicine लो, diabetes की medicine लो, blood sugar check करो, blood sugar is. But nobody is asking कि ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है?
Where is the RCA, root cause analysis?
Exactly. That we are not taught in modern medicine. Because when antibiotics were discovered, infection, and you give an antibiotic for 5 to 10 days, infection chala jata hai, the person is better. Same model, that is an acute disease. The same model was applied for chronic disease. Whereas chronic disease or all mental illnesses are chronic diseases.
Chronic diseases, yes.
माने जो कोई भी बीमारी 6 महीने से ज़्यादा रुकती है, that is called a chronic disease.
Yeah.
Some definitions even 3 months से long है तो उसको भी chronic. So all these chronic diseases are only because of breakdown in the metabolism.
Right.
Metabolism माने तो it is not just digestion, it is actually cellular function.
Cellular, absolutely right.
So we really go into subcellular.
You break it down to the niche.
Correct.
Yeah.
And in Ayurveda, there we actually look at the doshas, the Tridosha theory, Vata, Pitta and Kapha, that is actually based on quantum physics. Mane, it is based on energy.
Yeah, that I've read about it also, yeah.
So it's not even looking at the matter, see, not even the cells, and and they have in Ayurveda there is a description of everything actually. They're actually talking about the energetics of the body. So because all in quantum physics tells us that we are actually light particles.
Yes.
Vibrating at so slowly that it looks like matter.
Matter, absolutely right.
But really this is not matter, this is not matter, this is just light particles vibrating so slow that our brain interprets it as solid.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the same understanding.
That physics is combined with it. The Ayurveda actually defines why physics happens, sort of a thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So in Ayurveda, so what they say is that forget about matter. Let's go to the energy, and if we fix your energy, then matter will follow.
I'm stopping you here.
Okay.
अब ये अगर पता है आपको, and normally all these 3 Vata, Pitta and all this thing when you say, doctors also know it. I know it because we write articles and content.
Correct.
Everyone reads content nowadays. So why are the doctors not following it, and why not understanding this and implying that going down to RCA?
There is at least
do you
in
think there's any reason? Because I'm not sure, because I'm just asking you because this knowledge is open. It's not that you have discovered something right now.
Correct.
This is open knowledge.
It is open knowledge.
Yeah.
I can only speak from my experience. Right. So I'll tell you what happened to me. So after this, I was more open to looking at these connections. I started
alternative
giving
medicines.
I started giving, like, if fish oil is so effective, why not give fish oil to somebody with schizophrenia. I started doing
So,
that.
but were studies were there, or did you try as
वो
a-
based on that Austrian
on-
journal of
yeah, yeah.
वो एक study. That one study was, I mean, like
Enough,
if
yeah,
there
yeah.
was any medication that showed that amount of reduction, that would become a $1 billion blockbuster.
Yeah, yeah.
Medications don't outperform a placebo. Here, fish oil for 3 months. So I started doing that. But unfortunately, my colleagues, both, there were a lot of Indian physicians as well as, American physicians. They would, oh, are you getting a kickback from the supplement company? No.
That is one thing also everyone says.
Haan,
Yeah.
haan. So
Why are you
they-
prescribing this and
why
not
you
the regular
prescribing?
medications?
So I would say you should also be. This is the evidence. I was young and I was not so wedded to the practice as yet. So one thing I definitely noticed कि जब 10 साल 20 साल if you're doing the same thing, I think we stop questioning.
Yeah, actually not even in medicine. If you talk about, like, I'll just give you an example. You just brought about a topic that हम पूजा करते हैं, तो there's a way we do puja. We don't question कि क्यों करते हैं.
Exactly.
So even in medicine, even in normal
Correct.
life, we don't question. We just, people are doing it, we are following it.
हाँ, exactly.
Yeah, true that.
लेकिन मुझे क्या हुआ कि like I said, I was having a lot of health issues. Acid reflux था, migraine headaches होते
बाप रे.
थे, बहुत कुछ. I mean, I really, because that is what happens with chronic inflammation and toxicity. So then 2013 में I somehow I got to know about this integrative and holistic medicine conference. So I went.
Okay.
And वहाँ पे गई and then वहाँ पे I was really taken up with functional medicine का जो lecture, Dr. Patrick Hanaway बोल के. And the other one was Dr. Stuart Rothenberg, who practices internal medicine and Ayurveda. He's actually one of the staff physicians in Maharishi Ayurveda.
Okay.
There's an organization.
So there are
वहाँ पे.
people who have done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in दोनों में, and there was actually a team of Ayurvedic doctors from India who came to present there, or they were presenting about how Vata, Pitta and Kapha can be explained on the basis of genes as well.
Okay.
So they were doing इतना कुछ research आ रहा था, but what both Patrick Hanaway, he taught about functional medicine, and functional medicine is a new branch of medicine that was actually started in the 1990s.
Okay.
And that was main thing is that modern medicine has lost its way. We have to go back to root cause analysis, and functional medicine is actually based on Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine.
Okay.
So they say in textbook of functional medicine, they say that their philosophy is derived from these two. But they're also bringing in modern technological advances, laboratory assessments, genetic analysis.
Oh, so they're combined. They're shaking hands, actually.
They're shaking hands.
Right.
So after the talk, I actually went and asked Patrick Hanaway कि देखो मैं तो psychiatrist हूँ, तो tell me what I should do to become more functional, more holistic. Though he said Ayurveda is in your veins, why didn't you study Ayurveda? Like he half joked, but he actually studied Ayurveda too, and he's an amazing physician. And Stuart Rothenberg and both of these people in their presentations, they showed a case story of a woman in her 40s, very much like me, multiple list of health issues. Like within a few months, everything was reversed. So functional medicine has, they actually are producing a lot of credible research. And but for me, the impact was that when I saw Patrick Hanaway and Dr. Stuart Rothenberg, they are talking about how their patients, they come with long list of diagnoses and so many medications, and in 3 months they're better, they're completely healed. First thing is, I want that for myself, and I want to know how to do that for my patients.
Right.
So I really became very inspired, but I remember feeling very angry because not only I did my MBBS, MD in India, MD in US, and I also did my geriatric fellowship. Itna sab kuch karke, now I have to study again, and I have to possibly.
But you wanted to.
I wanted to. I was very much interested. So within 6 months, I got my diploma in integrative and holistic medicine.
When you thought of studying, how did the family react? Because they said, "Arey, itna to pad liya, aur kitna padhoge?"
Actually, my husband, he's always been very supportive. And I was working, and much of the studying was actually on my own. So it wasn't that I had to go for any
And you were
course.
working also
I was
simultaneously.
working.
So this was a side thing you were
It was
doing.
yeah.
So that means no one was affected by it, and they know that you are practicing psychiatry.
हाँ,
उनको ये नहीं लगा अरे डॉक्टर बन के छोड़ के आयुर्वेदा में जा रही है.
हाँ.
So they didn't
At
feel
that time, no, because what I was just, I was exploring. I didn't know what to do actually.
Right.
So then, so diploma in integrative and holistic medicine, by February 2014, I got my diploma in that. But I was still not ready. So I started to go for functional medicine conferences. That gave me the framework that I use in my practice now.
Right.
And I also signed up for Ayurveda course online with Maharishi Ayurveda, and I started studying that and lot of books. So a lot of, I had the time and I had the enthusiasm and the interest.
And you were with one kid.
2 kids.
Oh, already 2 kids were there.
2 kids, yeah.
And उसके बाद भी you were very energetic and ready to study and explore new horizons of medicine.
Yeah, I mean, especially reading Ayurveda, it's like reading a fantasy.
Is it?
It's very, the way they describe, it's very, I don't know, I found it very appealing to
लोग
me.
क्यों नहीं अभी इसको इतना मानते हैं? I don't understand, because now when I'm hearing you
I know.
out, a doctor when is saying that
Yes.
and an alternative medicine is so exciting to read,
Yeah.
then why people are putting that stream of medicine at the back?
I don't.
And
I
they
think it
don't-
has to
and-
do with ego. It has to do with see, one of the when I started to my MBBS ke classmates and all that. And one of them actually in Facebook where he got so angry and he's like, oh, you're taking psychiatry to the dark ages. In Ayurveda they call it Bhuta Vidya. They're saying that mental illnesses are coming from demons and spirits. I had to explain to him, no, this is actually, you're not understanding. You're actually trying to explain what is there with your own limited, yes, it is called Bhuta Vidya. But Bhuta Vidya, they're not talking about spirits and demons. They're talking about Panchamahabhutas, which is the 5 cosmic elements which all of creation. In fact, if you understand what they're saying in Ayurveda is that mental illnesses are illnesses of the software of the body, which is what it is. It is an illness of the mind, right? But how does the mind operate? It requires a healthy body. So wahan pe bhi they're saying you have to heal the gut, you have to heal the hormones. So it is a comprehensive look at everything.
Understood.
So you have to heal the body to heal the mind. So so there is a lot of translation maybe problems.
Yeah, and Ayurveda, I'll come to that question right now. Also because it suddenly popped up that Ayurveda and spirituality are also related together, because when you said you are you have also entered into spirituality you were there from before.
Correct, yeah.
And then Ayurveda, when a person is, a person knows about spirituality and then studies Ayurveda, I think it makes a bigger difference.
Absolutely. And even modern spirituality, and now spiritual psychotherapy is also becoming because the thing is, we are not just mind and body. We are actually, we also have a spirit. Atma.
तभी मैंने आपको वही बोला था ना कि आत्मा होता है.
आत्मा सब में
आयुर्वेदा
होती
तो
है.
होता है.
हाँ. And what is this Atma is nothing but, if you look at it in quantum physics, it's a manifestation of the unified field, which is the universal consciousness. So a very simple way to explain that is that, so यहाँ पे, above my head there is the roof, between the roof and my head there is air.
Okay.
Now let's say we remove all of the air, everything, all the, people, objects, सब कुछ निकालेंगे. So is it just vacuum? No. Modern science and Ayurveda, they say that it's not vacuum. There is actually energy, and that energy is an aware, conscious energy.
Okay.
Ayurveda में उसको हम परमात्मा बोलते हैं. And that same Paramatma has dropped into me.
And Atma.
It is called Jivatma.
Jivatma, right.
Same in you, even in plants. Even rocks also. That's why, we can bring that sentient energy into a granite idol. Then we पूजा
करते हैं उनकी.
हाँ, that energy is very powerful in that. So there are these, I mean, अपने Vedas में, because not every rock we regard it as an idol. They know how to, but even rocks also have that consciousness. So everything in nature is having this unified field.
क्या बात. मतलब, trust me, I'm learning so much right now. So when you studied this, कितने साल पढ़ा आपने?
अरे यार, मैं तो आज भी पढ़ती रहती हूँ. It is never ending. Because एक तो, and also when I read some, like one of the first things is that in Ayurveda we say that the root cause of all disease, depression or dementia or cancer, it doesn't matter, is number 1 is Pragya Aparadha, which is mistake of the intellect.
What is it? Can you repeat?
Pragya Aparadha.
Pragya Aparadha. Okay.
Which is mistake of the intellect.
Okay.
What is the mistake that the intellect is making? Is that it is alone. So apni buddhi, intellect माने तो बुद्धि. Our buddhi is actually thinking that we are alone. We are disconnected from the whole.
But we are not.
We are not. But that is what happens. And that aloneness, that feeling of aloneness actually gives rise to low self-worth. But for me to understand from Pragya Aparadha to low self-worth, it took me a few years to understand that.
So when we are talking, I'm just stopping you here. When we are saying we are alone, we were actually born alone only, but we are a social animal. Man
No,
is,
no, no.
is
I'm
it
not,
that way?
No, it is not even
Okay.
that. What I mean when we are alone, that we are not alone, and what is the concept is that, so we are the Jivatma, we are the Paramatma. This Jivatma is bound infinitely and continuously with the Paramatma, with the unified field. So right, like we are like fish in water. It's but the fish doesn't know that it is in water. It is not aware of the water until and unless we become consciously aware of it. And anybody can do this. Like you just have to close your eyes, put your attention in your heart, or you can take your attention just in the space above your head and you become silent. You will feel a tingling or something you will feel here.
Yes, 100%. I do that.
Everybody can do that.
Yeah, it's लोग उसको meditation कहते हैं, लोग उसको कुछ नाम देते हैं, but if you sit quietly and in a very quiet place and you just close your eyes and focus on your breath or something, you feel that.
That energy is what animates us, and we are part of that energy. You are part of that energy. We all come from the same energy, so we are all connected.
That is what we are not alone, you mean by that?
That is
Understood.
Yeah, we are not alone.
Right.
We are not alone.
And it took you so many years to understand that.
What exactly? First of all, I पढ़ने के बाद by heart रट करो.
रट लो. हम लोग को तो यही आता है.
It took me a while to come to that understanding, and now that has become part of my foundational. So if you ask me, all disease is disease of disconnection from our own self, from apni own atma, from each other, and from nature. That is it. So even in Ayurveda, the second one is misuse of senses. Overuse and underuse of our five senses. That also can give rise to diseases. And the third one is not living in harmony with nature and the seasonal rhythms. This is it. बस इतना ही. ये तीन अगर
लेकिन इसको पढ़ने के लिए इसके डेप्थ में जाना पड़ता है.
डेप्थ में जाना पड़ता है. So it is at once it is, so this is the contrast that we find in the Vedas in general and Ayurveda also. It is applicable to the cell. It is applicable to the whole cosmos.
नहीं, मैं 100% I am in line with what you are saying, but this with the psychiatric, it's a new learning for me also.
Correct. Yeah.
And people should adopt it, I believe.
Yeah.
अभी when you finish your diploma, तो उसके बाद how did you integrate both of them together?
Oh my God! So it took me almost until 2016. I was not ready to do that. But उससे पहले, one of the things that my husband and I did, we opened an Ayurvedic center. We hired an MD in Ayurveda.
Okay.
Because जितना भी मेरा online education is not the same as 5.5 years of BA MS education.
Right.
इतना मुझे I had that humility to know that I will not be.
Yes.
So, and I was also still studying. So, and one of the first thing from 2014, I started to do Panchakarma. जितना भी US में कर सकते हैं, modified Panchakarma, changed my lifestyle. घर में भी काफी कुछ we became no plastic, a lot of, I literally, the first time I came back from my conference, घर का तेल, body lotion, soaps, toothpaste, everything I changed, because that is where we get a lot of our toxins from. So, and we've been living like that since then. So since 2014 se, धीरे-धीरे we have actually changed everything.
So you mean to say all the things that we use, the cream, the body lotion, the makeups and all we do, they're all toxic?
They're absolutely toxic.
So then how do we use them if we have to use them?
You should not, because March 2023 में एक study, and I will send you all these references so your audience can actually look it for themselves.
Right.
They did a study where they took a group of women. तो पहले what they did, they aspirated their breast tissue and उसमें देखा कि if the breast cancer gene was it activated. So many of these women had activated breast cancer genes. They didn't have breast cancer. These were young women, no signs of breast cancer, but their genes for oncogenes for the breast cancer were showing activation.
Oh.
Then they told for 28 days, सिर्फ 28 days के लिए, stop using any product that has phthalates and parabens. These are the main endocrine
Phthalates and
parabens.
Parabens, yeah.
Paraben.
Yeah, paraben and phthalates, yeah.
हाँ, isopropyl, paraben, methyl, paraben, ये सब होते हैं. And in addition, of course, there's a whole lot. SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, it's a neurotoxin. Then there is PEG, polyethylene glycol, different. They're all immune toxins, and one form of polyethylene glycol, which is sold as Miralax, as a constipation के लिए laxative के जैसा, that is actually a neurotoxin. Polysorbate 80, these are all used to make the shampoos and body lotions look smooth and shiny, and preservatives. They're all, unfortunately, they're all toxic.
एंड स्टिल हम लोग यहाँ दुनिया में सब ले रहे हैं, खरीद रहे हैं.
Unfortunately everywhere, but abhi US mein to you have a whole, so my whole makeup line that I use, everything is clean. I can share this one, but going back to the study, so 28 days ke liye they told these women not to use any of this, and
Right.
and then at the end of 28 days they looked at, फिर से aspiration kiya and they looked at the activation or presence of oncogenes. Everything went silent 28 days mein.
Just with this removal of all these things
Correct.
from their normal day-to-day routine.
Correct. That is, so abhi, you know, we hear Sonali Bendre had ovarian cancer, Manisha Koirala had some other cancer. Anytime you hear this endocrine system ka cancer, we have to consider, because you know, so all these actresses, itna makeup, you know, they're constantly under the makeup and all of that. We have to consider that that is one of the causes. Almost all cancer will have a toxic cause behind that.
Yeah.
So the cause of illness is like, so from my experience, so going back to that, so 2016 tak I was not ready, but 2016 mein when I started, that's when hospital mein I could not function. So I had to quit my job and I started my practice. And that was a very difficult, it was difficult in a way, but again, I feel that I was guided, you know, I was destined bolo, you're guided bolo. So I started to, you know, I quit my job at that time.
When you quit your job, so you have a lot of colleagues, obviously we have doctors as doctor community. उन्होंने बोला नहीं कि क्या कर रही हो, दिमाग खराब हो गया? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing
My medical director at the hospital, I cursed him a lot that day. Last day, you know, I took him out for coffee just to, you know, as a courtesy.
Yeah.
And wo banda, he was the one that harassed me a lot because I was trying to do things differently. And but ye baat thi ki they were not able to, you know, argue with me based on, because even research maybe,
Yeah,
you know,
you had logical proof.
I had this one, but they were not. So on the last day, he actually told me, be careful with what you're doing, because it'll be sad for Wisconsin to lose a psychiatrist like you.
Because that
indirectly he was threatening
that you
that he
lose
will
your
report
license.
me.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, but you know, whatever, I had decided, and because of the harassment, my husband also could see that. In fact, I was, you know, once you're in that, I didn't even realize I was fighting. And one day my husband was like, you know, they're out to get you, you better. And there was one other psychiatrist friend who actually encouraged me. He said, no. And I saw that patients were ready for this. So when I started,
I was coming to that question. Ki, theek hai, fine, the doctors were not ready. But were the patients, because the patients will say, Arey, hum aapke paas, you're a psychiatrist. Now you are telling me go for Ayurveda. Should I do that or not, or should I take antidepressants?
So it was not that I was not talking to them as Ayurveda, because right from the beginning I was blending functional medicine.
Oh, so you
and
blended
I blended the
together.
two things.
Right.
Because for me also, like, you know, if I say that no, you are having microbiome imbalance or you're having mitochondrial dysfunction, I needed those lab tests. Or if I was suspecting, you know, I also look for, I do gene analysis, which is methylation polymorphisms. So if I'm doing that methylation, if I say you have methylation polymorphisms, so I needed all of that. So I was combining the two. But, you know, the fundamental thing is that, like in functional medicine mein bhi bolte hain, Ayurveda mein bhi bolte hain, when in doubt, heal the gut. Half of the problems
it's from the gut only.
From the gut. So gut and the microbiome. So in the beginning, that is all I was doing. Is just bringing the digestive system back to normal, and teaching people. And then I realized, you know, going back to that, you know, Pragya Prada, I began to see that people were really operating from low self-worth. Even I was operating from low self-worth. So for the 2 years, 2016 to 2018, mujhe to 2019 tak, I did not write an article, I did not do a blog, nothing, because I was so afraid कि मेरा license चला
जाएगा. हाँ, वो तो होता ही है ना, because you have practiced so long, you have studied the whole medicine, and suddenly, and you want to explore the new thing, but it's like,
but the thing is, my patients, like, you know, I had a patient with OCD who was for 17 years, he was on antidepressants and so many. Within 1 year, he completely, his OCD went. He was actually Starbucks coffee shop hai na. He was a very bright guy. All he could do was just work as a manager. But within, after he started working with me, and he was living in his, you know, proverbial mother's basement mein, he couldn't even individuate. But within 2 years or 3 years after working with me, not only was his OCD completely gone, he actually found a partner, got married, bought a house, and also was working in a bank as a manager. So very quickly his life took a different turn.
Yeah.
Then I saw even with patients with bipolar, they would come off their medications. They would actually, I had another, I mean, I have a handful of patients with bipolar, depression, anxiety, bachcho maybe. Within 6 months, kids can, and I have actually I've taken a video of all of this. Ek bachchi aayi thi, she was only about 13 or 14 and she was suicidal. 20 hours she would sleep, miss school, not even brush, not bathing. 6 months ke baad she was back to normal pura, like, and I was able to get her off her medications.
Wow, that is nice. But my question is there, suppose if I am a patient and I'm believing in you as a psychiatrist and I do not know that you are doing Ayurveda sort of thing and you started this. Now, my thought is, because I'm an educated person, I'm not a doctor, I'm just an educated person and I'm educated by Google. So nowadays everyone is educated by Google.
हाँ.
So I go to you and I say, हाँ doctor, मेरे को psychiatrist, I need your thing and I know these are the medications you'll be prescribing. Now my mindset is, you're a psychiatric, you're an allopathic doctor, and suddenly you say, no, you should do allopathy.
Actually,
so,
मेरा ये
you do Ayurveda, sorry.
हाँ.
So don't they revolt and don't they question you?
वहाँ पे the awareness, because see everything in US is it starts there and then it comes here ना.
So their awareness must be high.
Because वहाँ पे this antidepressant boom happened almost 50 years ago, and we are seeing, like, nowadays if you go in, there are many forums, antidepressant withdrawal, antidepressant side effects, antipsychotic side effects, like there are so many forums online, because wahan pe there is so many of the patients, and I was marketing myself as a holistic doctor that is looking at root causes, because even back then, even though the doctors and the hospital systems were not willing to look at alternatives, patients were very unhappy with the mainstream psychiatric system. So patients and their families were very open to what I had to say, and the big thing is, within months they were getting better. Like within, actually, I do a lot of rating scales, and I look at the review of systems. I tell, one of the first things I teach people is to connect with themselves. I tell them, observe your body, observe your mind, and every month they fill out a scale for me. Usme se, like at the beginning they fill out that scale, which is basically review of systems. They do it at the beginning of starting work with me, and then every month we do that. And within 4 weeks we see a 40% reduction in symptoms. And by 3 to 4 months there is anywhere between 70 to 90% improvement. Whereas with an antidepressant, क्या बोलते हैं, 4 हफ्ते तक कुछ नहीं होगा, you have to take the medication, side effects होंगे, लेकिन फिर भी medication 4 हफ्ते तक कम से कम लेना पड़ेगा. So it's actually, and with of course the side effect profile is also pretty bad with these medications. So from that, and the awareness is definitely there. A lot of my patients come to me because they want to come off of the medication. The other problem with medications is that, because it's only managing the symptom, suppressing the symptom, and it is creating a secondary chemical imbalance. But jo root causes हैं, whether it is in the gut or the hormones and all of that, they never get healed. So that also continues. They're actually getting worse in the root causes, and on top of that, they're taking something that is actually pretty toxic to the body.
Right.
So that's why I say that modern psychiatry is a double whammy. दोनों तरफ से मार कहाँ है.
Dr. Aruna, tell me one thing. अब हमको सब समझ में आ गया, and the way you are doing, you are trying to bring about the social awareness to people in US and also in India.
Yes.
Which in India is very necessary.
Absolutely.
So what advice, I would ask you, this is a very, please think and tell me, what advice will you give the doctors who are already MD psychiatrists, who don't want to listen, that, about, imbibing and shaking hands with Ayurveda?
So, I know, you just have to take the leap, because, I mean, we know, and again, even in psychiatric mainstream literature, long-term studies, whether it is with antidepressants or antipsychotics or anti-anxiety medications, we know that people don't get better, they actually become more sicker. That evidence is already there. So why not look at something different? You just have to take the leap, and they have to be open to things. They have to be open to that. And मेरा अभी ऐसा हुआ है कि I have come to a stage where I don't mind if anybody is asking me questions about, I talk very openly about all of this.
That is
and
very
one thing
needed right
that
now.
is very much needed. And so, I started in 2016, and it took me a few years, like literally it's only in 2023 that I put everything that I was doing for every patient, and I realized that it is actually, it's very simple what I'm doing. And that's where I came up with my foundational framework. So I tell everybody that there are only 3 root causes for any disease. Number 1 is diet and lifestyle.
Right.
Number 2 is trauma. Number 3 is toxins. And the way I explain is that diet and lifestyle is that the way you're living your life or what you're consuming.
Right.
Number 2 is how you're relating to yourself. You know, the trauma basically affects our relationship to ourselves. And that relationship is basically, are you loving and kind to yourself, or are you very critical and not in love with yourself?
Right.
And number 1 is, how is the world treating you? Like what are the toxins in the world that is, so it's diet, trauma, toxins. And I've come up with a 6-month program. First month we focus on diet and lifestyle and lab work. Second month we focus on the microbiome. Third month we focus on detoxification. And by 3 to 4 months, people are better. Last 2 months, I use primarily Ayurvedic philosophy based, Prakriti, and which is the innate constitution. And we teach each patient how they can live in harmony with their own innate constitution to maintain health. So it's actually very simple to get better.
Right.
I'll share my, my
Yes,
YouTube
please,
channel and all
please
of that,
do.
because
So
I've
you
taken.
take on, I'm sorry, you take online, or it is only like offline only there in US?
I do both.
You do
so
both.
I have patients all over the country.
Yeah, so that will be good for our audience, anyone who wants to connect with you when
Yeah,
we'll be
yeah.
sharing your details over on the screen.
Yeah. More importantly, I actually take testimonials from patients.
Right.
Because I want people to know from another. So there's a patient with schizophrenia, there's patients with bipolar, depression, autoimmunity. Like मेरे clinic में ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, multiple sclerosis. People actually, IBS,
Right.
Hashimoto's. I had a patient with schizophrenia. She actually had Hashimoto's.
Okay.
And I wrote her blog. In fact, she gave me her pictures. She had rosacea as well. Within 1 year, Hashimoto's gone, rosacea gone, schizophrenia gone.
Amazing.
So
So doctors should learn from you, and I hope once they see this talk show, they will be, more aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes.
I hope so. And I'm here. I mean, I'm here to share what I've learned. I've had many mentors. I've had so many people guide me and
Right.
show me the way. And we just pass the baton. And ultimately, I think my biggest message for your audience is, number 1, do not be afraid with any diagnosis. We hold the power to healing within ourselves.
Amazing,
That is-
amazing. Hats off to you, and hats off to you being open to alternative medicine and learning from it, and imparting it.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes. So on this note, people who come to our show, they are an inspiration to us. So we give a small memento to all of them, and a small memento from Doc Diaries, a small token of appreciation and a trophy which we give everyone, that's saying that you are an inspiration.
Thank you so much.
And you have come all the way from US, and you have shared your insights with us, and you have told all the doctors to be open, and all our audience to understand that yes, this is not only, allopathy is not the only science which cure you, and holistic healing is the way forward, even in all specialties. A
Absolutely.
small token of appreciation from Doc Diaries.
Thank you so much.
Namaste for coming to Doc Diaries and sharing your valuable feedback.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you.
So guys, how did you like this episode? कभी सुना है एलोपैथी आयुर्वेदा को मिक्स करना? और the whole purpose of this is just not studying and imparting knowledge, but the whole purpose is treating a patient holistically. उसका root cause जानना कि क्या problem है, not just treating the symptoms. And there, Dr. Aruna comes in. So guys, if you like the show, please share your love on all our episodes. और मैं हमेशा एंड करते हुए हर हर महादेव बोलती हूँ, बट इस बार there's one person who has made a difference in my life also spiritually, and he has become Nimit to get me close to my Shivji, and I'm going to cite a line from his episodes, I would say, or his way of working is, खुश रहो, स्वस्थ रहो, भोलेनाथ की शरण में रहो, हर हर महादेव.